Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri Lavu Sri Krishna Devarayalu ji.
Thank you, sir. The last time a regional party shaped the Speaker's office, it was Telugu Desam Party. We gave Lok Sabha GMC Balayogi. He was the first Dalit Member of Parliament to occupy the Speaker's chair, and he was the first Member of Parliament from the regional party to occupy the Speaker's chair. And coincidentally, even today, on the panel, he was sitting there from Telugu Desam Party. This shows how much Telugu Desam Party gives importance to Dalits in the country and in the state, sir. Sir, GMC Balayogi ji was the person who was instrumental in starting the ethics committee. And more than that, he is remembered for what happened in 12th Lok Sabha on 19th April 1999, sir. Sir, on that day, the no conference motion was moved in the parliament. And the treasury benches lost the no conference motion with one vote. Sir, GMC Balayogi ji didn't flinch. He didn't create any crisis. Sir, he upheld the process and he upheld the constitution, sir. So that is the respect he had for the chair. That is the standard that he has set up. Sir, it is against this standard what Balayogi set up. I read this motion today, sir, what has been put in the business today. 3 words come to my mind. The first one is spectacle. Second one is anarchy. Third one is hypocrisy, sir. I call this a spectacle because everyone knows for this motion to pass, opposition needs an absolute majority under the Article 94 of C, sir. Obviously, we all know there's no absolute majority for them, but they just moved this motion so that they can grab, the Congress can grab the headlines of the day, sir. That is the only reason, that's the only way that they can create this spectacle, sir. Sir, I've been in this house for almost 6.5 to 7 years, sir. And in that whole period, Om Birla ji was the Speaker of this house, sir. I've seen how he functioned. The number of bills have been passed in this house, very important bills which change the country has been passed in the house. Women's reservation, abrogation of 370, triple talaq bill, Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita, many other bills has been passed in this house, sir. Sir, more than that, I've heard what Kiran Rijiju has said about how he has given a lot of importance to 0 over 377, importance to new members to speak also, how much time he has given to them. But more than give productivity, more than giving opportunity to a lot of people, more than the bills that have been passed, I respect him for the way that he has conducted the parliament during the COVID period, sir. Everyone was worried at that time how the parliament will happen. But he made sure that every precaution has been taken so that the smooth conduct of the parliament can happen, the business can go as usual, sir. So against this, against him, this motion has been moved, sir, who has given in the last session of 17th Lok Sabha, in the 17th Lok Sabha, the productivity rate of the House was 97%, sir. When this much good work is happening in the Lok Sabha against Om Birla ji, this motion has been passed. This motion is never drafted so that it can succeed, sir. This is only drafted so that it can become a spectacle, it can grab a headline, sir. The second word that comes to mind is the anarchy. I say this because, again, Kiran Rijiju has mentioned in his speech the famous hug in the 16th Lok Sabha, wherein LOP crossed across the aisle and went and hugged the Prime Minister of that day, sir. On that day, before he did that hugging, he has said these words, sir. I want to read that to you. My Hindi is not that great, but I'll try my best, sir. आपके अंदर मेरे लिए नफरत है, आपके अंदर मेरे लिए गुस्सा है, लेकिन मेरे अंदर आपके खिलाफ इतना सा भी गुस्सा, इतना सा भी क्रोध, इतना सा भी नफरत नहीं है. These are the words that he has said before he went and hugged the Prime Minister, sir. These are the words he has said against the Prime Minister, sir. But they were all beautiful words. But what happened to those words now? Because in the last session you have seen, sir. Sir, Bittuji is sitting here. He was entering the parliament and he was called a traitor. So when you said all these words and you have taken a morally very high ground, what is the reason of calling an honorable member, honorable minister a traitor, sir? Is this called for? This is completely against, sir. So the second example I can give you is the women MPs. We have seen how they blocked the Prime Minister from coming over and giving address on the President's address, sir. So that's very, very much uncalled for, sir. The way they've obstructed it. Of course, I'm not saying that they volunteered, but they were encouraged to come over and obstruct the Prime Minister, sir. The scenes were very, very disheartening to see, sir. So this is all anarchy that is being created inside and outside the House, sir. Even yesterday, you have seen the incident, what happened inside the House, sir. Motion was given by the opposition itself. They given the motion of no confidence against the Speaker. When government was ready to speak on the motion on no confidence, they wanted to speak on a different topic. This is the kind of anarchy that they're creating inside and outside the House, sir. Sir, I want to understand, where is this anger and frustration coming from? Where is this resentment coming from, sir, from the opposition side? Is it because they lost the elections? What is the reason that they're having this resentment and frustration, sir? Sir, they want to create, the only route they've chosen was to create some sort of a disruption inside and outside the House. Only through that, they realized through elections they might not get close to the people. Only through creating these sort of spectacles inside and outside, creating these sort of anarchic situations inside and outside the House, they can get close to the people, sir. That is what is being visible, sir. Sir, they keep quoting two great men in this House, sir. The opposition keep quoting two great men in this House, sir. One is Mahatma Gandhi, other person is Ambedkar ji, sir. Sir, what Mahatma Gandhi ji has said, what Mahatma Gandhi ji has shown through his freedom struggle and the movement for the independence, sir. In every opportunity, whenever people told him, people reminded him of how US got the independence, how French got the independence. He stood steadfast and said, India will get the independence in a different way, in a non-violent way, in Satyagraha. He has spoken, he's not only gone to a different level with respect to his, not only he's gone to a different level, sir, but also taken his countrymen also along with them. That is what Mahatma Gandhi has shown, sir. Instead of quoting from Mahatma Gandhi and his quotes, I wish and I hope not just say the words, but actually follow what he has said, sir. The other person, the other great man I want to remind them is B.R. Ambedkar ji. They always come to the House and outside the House showing the Constitution of India. But I request them what B.R. Ambedkar ji has said on the last session of the Constituent Assembly. He has mentioned about the grammar of anarchy. This is what he has said. In that he said, Ambedkar has warned any method inside or outside the parliament that prioritizes political victory over constitutional order. This motion is over constitutional order, it is called anarchy. This motion is certainly that anarchic motion, sir. So the third word that comes to my mind is the hypocrisy, sir. There are a lot of members who have spoken about it. Sir, there are a lot of members, just now Mohammad has mentioned about how old speakers have performed. In that, she has taken the speaker's name of Meera Kumari, sir. Sir, when they're talking about all this, it is such a hypocritic, it is so ironic and it's so hypocritic, sir. Because I want to remind this House what happened, sir. What happened when Congress was in power in 2014. When Congress was in power and their member was sitting in the chair in the form of Meera Kumari ji, sir. In 2014, in the last session, the dates I can give you, sir, from 5th February to 18th February 2014. What happened during the session? There's a bill that was introduced in the parliament, sir. The bill was bifurcation of the state, which was rejected vehemently by state assembly, sir. Nowhere, no other bill has come to the parliament when the state assembly has rejected for the bifurcation of their state. But this bill was brought to the parliament, sir. Next, what they do is they try to introduce the bill in the House, sir. And there's disruptions happen, and Sushma Swaraj ji specifically said after she came out of the House that I was sitting in the House, I could never hear that bill being introduced. But still they said, going across the lines, they said the bill was being introduced. And next what they do, sir, they suspend 18 MPs, including the MPs of the Congress. Just now Mohammad has mentioned she has suspended the Congress MPs. No, she's not just suspended the Congress MPs just like that. She suspended that so that this bill, unconstitutional bill, can be passed. That is what she has done at that time, sir. And again, there's a no confidence motion that has been mooted, that has also been sidelined, sir. And on top of that, on 18th February 2014, the last session, And I call it the black day in the parliament, sir, because on that day, the same bill, the AP Reorganization Act, which they put it for passing, was passed by closing all the doors in the Lok Sabha, sir, closing all the galleries. When do we close the doors of the parliament, sir? When there is a voting that happens in the parliament. But there was no voting that was happening in the parliament. Still, they closed the door and they made sure that the bill was passed on that date, sir. On top of that, this is the first time. On top of that, on the first time, the live telecast was also shut down, sir. When a RTA was filed, when was the last time that live telecast was shut down? There was no precedence, and the live telecast was didn't stop after that. Only on that day, for that 1.5 hour, the live telecast was shut down, sir. That is what has happened in Lok Sabha that day, sir. And today, and the TMC members were there on that day. They were objecting. How can you shut down the live telecast? Saugata Raiji was there on that day, sir. On top of that, when Saugata Raiji and OICG were asking for the division on AP Reorganization Act, they didn't accept for the division. They went for the voice vote. Even now, even till now, after 12 years, we don't know. Yeah, he's sitting there. He was there. He asked for the division. Even till now, when we ask how many people have voted in favor of, how many people have voted against, it shows in favor was 167, against was 0. When the member was asking for division, how can you say that there was no one against it? So that is how much the democracy was trampled on the day of 13th February 2014, sir. So that is what has happened in the Lok Sabha on that day, sir. Sir, I want to remind this House how many articles, how many rules have been broken on the 13th February 2014, sir. The bill rejected by Andhra Assembly was introduced in this Parliament, sir, by subverting Article 3 of the Constitution. They subverted Rule 31 in the Lok Sabha procedure by introducing that said bill through parliamentary supplementary list of business. Again, they subverted Rule 373 and 374 of Lok Sabha procedure by suspending the MPs from Andhra Pradesh. Again, they subverted rule number 198 of Lok Sabha. They means the Congress has subverted rule number 198 of Lok Sabha by not taking up the no confidence motion. Again, Congress has subverted rule number 367 of 1/1 of the Lok Sabha by passing the bill by voice vote despite the demand for the division was asked for, sir. This is what the Congress have done, and now they are coming here and preaching about constitution morality. They are coming here and preaching about how the chair should function, how the speaker should function. This is the most hypocritic, and I don't think that we have to hear to this, sir. And let me conclude it, sir. Sir, obviously, we also, like every party, we also have some concerns. Right now, we are the Telugu Party is the party which has one of the youngest members in the parliament, sir. Of course, we also have concerns, like supplementaries, we keep asking about, to the speaker, like private members, we keep raising with him. But how do we engage? We engage through dialogue. We resolve through cooperation, sir. We don't do file these motions for which are designed to fail, sir. We don't stage spectacles. We don't create anarchy and blame the chair, sir. Sir, this motion is a spectacle without substance. Anarchy disguised as principle and hypocrisy dressed as accountability, sir. Sir, it must be rejected. I request not just the MPs of members in NDA, sir. I request the members in India Alliance also to vote against this motion, sir. I also request through you, Kiran Rijiju, sir. Sir, what happened on 14th February 2014 was a dark day, black day in the Lok Sabha, sir. I want a special discussion to be taken up on that issue in this House, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.